The cold, moonless night set the eerie atmosphere when the unsettling phone call came, with a familiar yet unsettling voice whispering, "They are waiting for you." Lena's discovery of a secluded cult near her home, after hearing rumors for months, was a startling revelation. The call served as a chilling reminder of a dark secret that had plagued her family for generations. Lena's life was turned upside down when her brother disappeared, leaving behind an ominous message about a mysterious cult. She initially brushed it off as madness, but a chilling phone call made her doubt her assumptions and question everything she thought she knew. She traced the number from the call, which led her to an abandoned house on the outskirts of town. The building was shrouded in darkness, and a strange silence seemed to engulf it, as though it had been forgotten by time. As she stepped inside, a cold wind whispered through the broken windows, sending chills down her spine. The air felt heavy, thick with something she couldn't quite identify, something ancient and sinister. As the figure appeared from the shadows, its face hidden behind a hood, a sense of mystery and intrigue filled the air. Without a word, it extended its hand, and Lena instinctively followed, drawn by an unspoken invitation into the unknown. Lena was led to a small underground chamber where dozens of people sat in a circle, their eyes hollow and distant. The leader stood at the center, chanting in a language Lena couldn't understand. As she stepped into the circle, the leader's piercing gaze met hers, and with a solemn gravity, he spoke the momentous words, "It's time," resonating with a haunting echo that sent chills down her spine. The cult members, with unblinking eyes and trance-like expressions, started to sway in perfect synchronization, their hands stretching towards the heavens. Lena could feel an inexplicable urge building inside her, as if she had lost control of her own body and mind, compelled to join their eerie dance. As she struggled to resist the strong pull, it seemed to be futile. Despite her efforts, she found herself inexorably drawn closer to the center. As she approached, her eyes fixated on the symbol etched onto the floor. It was a dark, intricate design that seemed to pulsate with an eerie life of its own, luring her in with an inexplicable power. The leader's commanding presence filled the chamber as he raised his arms, and the fervent chanting of the followers reverberated through the space, creating an atmosphere charged with foreboding energy. Lena's heart pounded with apprehension as the room seemed to blur and spin around her, and an inexplicable sensation of being drawn into an alternate reality took hold of her. As a sharp pain shot through her chest, causing her to collapse to the ground, the last image etched in her mind before losing consciousness was that of her brother's pale and lifeless face, staring back at her. As she slowly opened her eyes, the first thing she noticed was the eerie silence that filled the chamber. The cult members had vanished, leaving behind an unsettling emptiness. Her gaze fell upon the symbol on the floor, its faint glow casting an otherworldly aura in the dim light. She couldn't shake off the feeling that something profound had taken place, leaving her alone in the aftermath of an enigmatic event. Lena stumbled out of the house, her mind racing with questions. Had it all been a dream? Or had she truly stumbled upon something far more dangerous than she could have ever imagined? As she walked, every creak and rustle made her heart beat faster, and the weight of uncertainty hung heavy in the air. She knew she couldn't ignore the truth that had pierced through the haze of her everyday life. The events of the night had changed everything, and now she had to find the courage to face the unknown. The phone rang again, its sound echoing through the empty streets. She hesitated before answering, knowing in her gut that the cult's dark influence was far from over. The voice on the other end was the same, but this time it said only one thing: "Welcome back."